Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales is a cornerstone of English literature, celebrated for its vivid and diverse portrayal of 14th century English society. The poem is framed as a storytelling contest among a group of pilgrims journeying to the shrine of St. Thomas Becket in Canterbury. Through these tales, Chaucer provides a cross section of medieval life, using the characters to reflect on human virtues, vices, and societal norms. Below is an in depth exploration of the major characters, including the pilgrims and some notable characters from their stories.
The narrator.
The narrator, often identified as Chaucer himself, is a character in the story who observes the other pilgrims and reports their stories. His descriptions in the general prologue reveal his subjective and often ironic perspective, which adds layers to the characterization of the pilgrims. The pilgrims are central to the Canterbury Tales, each representing a specific social class, profession, or moral archetype. Below are detailed descriptions of the key pilgrims.
The knight.
Social role: noble warrior, traits: honorable, chivalrous, and experienced. Details: the knight embodies the ideals of medieval knighthood. Having fought in numerous crusades, he remains humble and modest despite his achievements. Significance: his tale, a courtly romance about honor and chivalry, mirrors his noble character.
The wife of Bath, Alison. Social role: a wealthy clothmaker. Traits: bold, outspoken, and experienced in matters of love.
Details: married 5 times, she challenges traditional gender roles and presents herself as an authority on relationships. Her prologue delves into her life experiences and philosophies on marriage and power dynamics. Significance: her tale, a romantic fable about sovereignty and marriage, underscores her feminist leanings.
The partner.
Social role: seller of indulgences, traits: greedy, deceitful, yet compellingly articulate. Details: the pardoner openly admits to his corruption, using his sermons to exploit others' guilt for personal gain. His relics and indulgences are fake, but his ability to persuade is genuine. Significance: his tale, a moral allegory about greed, ironically condemns the very vice he embodies.
The miller.
Social role: tradesman, traits: boisterous body and physically imposing. Details: the miller is a crude and rowdy character who loves to drink and tell ribald stories. He often undermines social conventions and authority figures. Significance: his tale, a farcical and earthy story about a carpenter, reflects his coarse nature and disdain for social pretensions.
The prioress, Madame Eglantine.
Social role: head of a convent. Traits: refined, sentimental, and somewhat superficial. Details: the prioress strives to present herself as a figure of courtly elegance, though her excessive concern with manners hints at vanity. Her tale, a devout narrative, contrasts with her affected demeanor. Significance: through her, Chaucer critiques the blending of religious life with worldly concerns.
The monk.
Social role: clergyman, traits: hedonistic, robust, and worldly. Details: the monk defies traditional expectations of monastic poverty and piety. He enjoys hunting and fine food, embodying the church's moral laxity. Significance: his presence highlights the corruption and materialism in religious institutions.
The clerk.
Social role: scholar, traits: humble, studious, and idealistic. Details: the clerk is a dedicated academic who values knowledge over material wealth. His tale, a moralistic story about patience and virtue, reflects his intellectual and ethical priorities. Significance: he represents the ideal of intellectual and moral integrity.
The summoner.
Social role: church officer who summons sinners to ecclesiastical court. Traits: lecherous, corrupt, and grotesque. Details: the summoner is a morally bankrupt figure who uses his position to extort bribes. His physical appearance, covered in boils, symbolizes his inner corruption. Significance: his tale, a satirical attack on hypocrisy, reflects his contentious personality.
The franklin.
Social role: wealthy landowner. Traits: generous, pleasure-loving and hospitable house. Details. The Franklin is a lover of food and drink, embodying Epicurean ideals. His tale, centered on the virtues of honor and compromise, aligns with his values. Significance. He represents the rising middle class and its aspirations.
Characters from the tales.
In addition to the pilgrims, Chaucer populates their tales with memorable characters that extend the thematic and moral concerns of the poem. The old man, the pardoner's tale, a mysterious figure who directs three rioters to their doom. He symbolizes death and the inevitability of human mortality. The knight, the wife of Bath's tale, a rapist knight tasked with discovering what women truly desire. His eventual transformation aligns with the tale's message about mutual respect in marriage. Nicholas and Allison, the miller's tale. Nicholas, a cunning student, and Allison, a young wife, engage in an adulterous affair. Their antics epitomize the bawdy humor and subversion of societal norms characteristic of fabliaux. The rooster chanticleer, the nun's priest's tale. A proud and talkative rooster whose near-death experience teaches a lesson about the dangers of flattery and hubris. Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales is a masterpiece of character-driven storytelling. Each pilgrim and their tale serve as a lens through which to view the complexities of medieval society. By blending humor, irony, and moral reflection, Chaucer creates a tapestry of human experience that remains relevant and resonant today. The diversity of his characters, ranging from the virtuous knight to the unscrupulous pardoner, ensures that the Canterbury Tales continues to captivate and provoke readers across centuries.